Hi everyone, it's me, New York vocalist Benita Charles, for another episode of Singing Tips. I'm going on a little earlier than normal. I had a makeover today, so I wanted to just show it off. And I had a makeover in a cosmetic store called Blue Mercury in Tribeca. A really nice young lady. Her name was Jennifer Byers. Jennifer Byers. She did my makeup, and it was a free makeover. So I said, you know what? I'm going to use it for singing tips. So that's exactly what I did. And it's Bobbi Brown Cosmetics. I always wanted to try. I like her cosmetics, and I wanted to try it. So I was really happy with the results. Oh, hello. I see I have one person join. Hi, I'm Benita Charles for another episode of Singing Tips. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I thought she did a great job. I thought she did a really great job. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna use this for singing tips because we're talking about your image. So what better way to talk about your image with a makeover? So thank you very much. Yeah, I thought she did a great job. She was a nice young lady. She was a dancer. That's what her passion is, and she did makeup. That's how she pays her bills, she told me. But she did a great job, and it's a makeup store in Tribeca called Blue Mercury. So it was a really nice exclusive store, and I thought she did a great job. So welcome to Singing Tips. Hello from Panama. Hi Erica, how are you? Thanks for joining me today. Oh, you sing too? Oh, you could always use some tips. Oh, great. Well, you came to the right place, because here at Singing Tips, we have covered everything from your talent, live performance, your original music, and now we're talking about your image. So all of the tips that we have been sharing for the last few weeks has been about your image. Now, your image consists of 3 components. So there's your appearance, your communication, and your behavior. Oh, thanks so much, darling. How's your Saturday? Hi, Nadine. How are you? I hope you're having a good Saturday. So we're still on image, but we're talking about your behavior. So that's another part of your image, your reputation. So we're gonna cover that today. But before I get into the content, I just wanted to give you a little bit. Oh, you're on tour with an awesome band in Panama. Oh, wonderful. Well, best of luck on your tour. That's awesome. Yeah, so you're a singer, so you can, but actually the tips that I'm going to cover, hi cousin, how are you? Hi Tony. The tips I'm covering today can apply to anyone. Really, it's because it's all about your reputation. So this applies to whatever profession you're in. I mean, we're talking about image because we're applying it to artists because we're talking about your image as an artist, and this has a lot to do with it. But as you will see, the tips that I go over, it can apply to anyone. So today, oh, I forgot. You guys who have been on Singing Tips, you know what time it is. It is time for me to share with you my favorite movie, one of my favorite movies of all times. I talk about this movie every week only because it has inspired me to design singing tips a certain way. And you know what that movie is. It's Get On Up, the story of James Brown. It came out some time ago, but it's a wonderful, wonderful movie. And one of the things that, oh, hi cousin, how are you, Nisa? One of the things that in the movie, James was wanting to, oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, Tony. God bless you too. One of the things that, me on YouTube, okay. I will definitely check out your YouTube. I'm on YouTube too, Benita Charles, so you can find me on YouTube. Hi, Janelle, how are you? Thanks for joining. But anyway, I was talking about Get On Up because I talk about this movie every week because it helped me design singing tips, because James wanted to take more of an executive role in his career, and his manager, played by Dan Aykroyd, said to him, this is show business. You take care of the show, I take care of the business. And James Brown said, no, I'm going to do both. And that inspired me with singing tips because, there's a show part and there's a business part. The business part is the part that helps you make money with your singing. So we will cover that. But right now we're in the show part and we're in image. This is the last section of the show part, actually, is your image. Hi, how are you, cousin? How are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. Thank you so much. Love you too. Yes, please do. Please check out my YouTube. That's Benita Charles is on YouTube. So anyway, we are in the show part. We're in the image. And as I said earlier, your image has 3 components. There's your appearance, there's communication, and there's your behavior. Now, last week we talked about your message, which is part of your communication. What's your legacy? What do you want to express in your music? What is the message in everything you do? So this week I want to talk about behavior because that has a lot to do with your image. It's your reputation. So your reputation is the beliefs or opinions that are genuinely held about someone or something. Basically, someone's opinion of you based on their interaction with you. So I have 3 ways to improve your reputation. Not that you guys need improving, but just to fine tune it. The first thing is dependability. Are you dependable? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Now, my grandfather had a saying, and I'm sure all of you have heard of this saying, your word is your bond. Now, if you've heard that saying, please put a 1 in the comments. Your word is your bond. I know a lot of you have heard that, and that's been like, something that people have said. My grandfather lived by that. And, when I was younger, I was like, I was like, what does he mean by that? But when it comes to, oh, yes, exactly. Your word is your bond. Hi, Mama Soul. How are you? Thanks for joining Singing Tips. We're talking about your reputation in terms of your image. And there's 3 things that you can, if you need, not to improve, but things you need for a good reputation. So first is dependability. And I don't know if you guys, Nadine's heard of it. Your word is your bond. And it's so true. It's so true because when you say something, a lot of times people may not know you. All they have is your word based on what you say. And if you're not dependable, what do you think is going to happen when you need that person again? Or if you're trying to find work again from that person? They're not going to use you. They're going to be like, no, she didn't. I hired her for a show and she didn't come, or she didn't show up, or she canceled at the last minute. The second thing is punctual. Okay, first, before I get into 2 and 3, let me just say that this is a very selfish broadcast because these 2 things are about me, or for me, rather. So the second thing is punctuality. Are you on time? Do you value others' time? And do you allow enough time for your appointments? And I've heard, and I'm sure you guys have heard of some artists who show up 3 hours late for their gigs or engagements. That's not acceptable. 3 hours late. There's no excuse for showing up. You have people waiting in line. You have people waiting for you for hours, and you show up 3 hours late. And then I've heard of artists who show up 3 hours late, and then they cut their set short. So, no. But this goes back to your reputation. So, what do you think people are going to say the next time you come into town for a show? They're going to say, no, I'm not going to go to her show because she had me waiting for 3 hours, and then she cut her set short by 20 minutes. So, I only got 30 minutes. I waited 3 hours to hear 30 minutes of her set. No. And this is what I'm talking about, reputation. This is your image. The third thing is self-discipline. Now, self-discipline is the ability you have to control and motivate yourself, stay on track, and do what is right. And I want to add, to do what you know you need to do, even if you don't feel like it. Now, I told you these last 2, I'm still working on, because self-discipline, from all the success books that I've read, self-discipline is the one key you need for success. If you can motivate yourself to do those rehearsals that you don't want to do, or to make those phone calls you don't want to make, even when you're tired, then you will be successful. So I just feel like that is the one thing that if you have that, you are well on your way to a success. So just to recap, your reputation, things to improve your reputation is dependability, being dependable, punctuality. Oh, going back to punctuality, I don't know if you guys ever heard of Lombardi time. The famous football coach, Vince Lombardi, he had a saying that he said Lombardi time, which is 15 minutes before you're supposed to be somewhere. So I thought that was kind of a good thing, because when you are counting into how long it's going to take you to get somewhere, if you would add that 15 minutes into the time, it really makes a difference. So his thing was either it's Lombardi time or you're late. So if you're on time, for him, you're late. So so I thought that was a good motto. But yeah, so we have dependability, we have punctuality, and we have self-discipline. So like I said, these things are things that regardless of what your, oh, hello, hi, Jesse, oh, hi. Regardless of what your career is, regardless of what your profession is, if you have these three things, you will be a success. And I wish you all the success in the world. And this is Benita Charles, and this is Singing Tips Live. Every week I give singing tips to beginner singers to help them become professional. But also, I hope that some of these tips that you can use if you're not a singer. I have a lot of people on here who are not singers, but I hope that these are things that you can use. And I surely know that dependability, punctuality, and self-discipline, these are things that we all can use in all professions. So I wish you all the success. I want to thank you for joining me. I am on a little earlier than normal. I had a makeover today. I don't know if some of you heard me talk about it earlier. I was in Blue Mercury. It's a cosmetic store in Tribeca. A nice young lady did my makeup for me. She's a dancer, and she does makeup for her job, profession. And, you know, she was a sweet young lady, and her name is Jennifer. And this is Bobby Brown Cosmetics. I thought she did a wonderful job. I love the colors. So I said, you know what? I won this free makeover. And I said, you know what? I'm going to use this for singing tips. So I thought it was really awesome that I got a nice makeover for singing tips today. So I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Now, if you want to see any of the videos, you can go to YouTube at Benita Charles on YouTube. There's a blog. So I have all of these tips that I go over with you. I put it in a blog, and you can click on the link in my Instagram account, BCM Sings. That's a singing tips link, the bio in there, and just click on the link, and it takes you right to the blog. I also post the blog on all my social media. Oh, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. She actually matched the lipstick with my necklace. So I'm just like, thank you. I thought she did a great job. The colors, if you're interested, is hot pink lip gloss and brown berry pencil. So I thought this was awesome. It really does look, you know, she actually did that on purpose. So I thought that was great. Yeah, so thank you. Yeah, I thought she did a great job. And I said, hey, this is great for singing tips, because we're talking about image. What better way to celebrate your image than a makeover? So I thought, yay. So yes, thank you guys so much for you're just being wonderful. Thank you so much for the encouragement, and I hope that you are getting some things out of this, because I certainly do. I mentioned, let's see, I wanted to mention my Facebook group, the Born to Sing Society. Go to bit.ly Born to Sing 17, or go on Facebook and type in the Born to Sing Society in the groups. And this is a collection of artists of all types, and we post positive messages. And oh, hi, Melody, how are you? Thanks for joining Singing Tips. Yeah, so we're talking about your image, And this week we're talking about your reputation. So just to give you a recap before I go, 3 ways to enhance your reputation. I won't say improve because most of you are, hi Terry, thank you so much. First of all, are you dependable? So your dependability. Can people count on you? Do you do what you say you're going to do? Secondly, punctuation. Are you on time? Do you allow for enough time to get to your appointments? And number 3, self-discipline. Do you push through and do the things you need to do even when you don't feel like it? I mean, this is something that I constantly struggle with, but I know if I can conquer this, I will be a success. And that goes for all of us. If we can conquer these 3 things, we can be a success. So thank you guys so much for just being you. Oh, by the way, I'm looking for testimonials. So if Singing Tips has helped you in any way, if you could please send me a message, or even in the comments. And if you don't mind me printing them, dependability, punctuality, self-discipline. These are all great qualities. I mean, if we do these 3 things, we'll be unstoppable. So I wish you all these qualities. And if you do have them, more power to you. That's great. I'm working on it. But I do have the dependability one. So I want to work on the punctuality and the self-discipline. I know that if I can get those 2 down, then it's all the way to the top. But I wish you all well. Before I go, I would like to close with an original song that I wrote. It hasn't been recorded yet, but it's called Keep the Faith. So if anyone's going through anything, just keep the faith. Give me 1 second. Sorry. I know what it's like to lose your faith in yourself when everyone around you believes in you but you. It's at that time you have to look within to find your faith. You have to have faith to make it through. You gotta keep the faith. Don't let anyone stop you. Keep the faith. Your strength will lead you. Keep the faith. Don't let anyone stop you. Keep the faith. Your strength will lead you through. Well, thank you guys. So I hope that you have... Oh, hi, Shannon. Thank you so much for joining Singing Tips. I'm coming to a close, but you can catch the replay on anything that I've covered today. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for being a great audience and supporting me. I'm coming up into the 1-year anniversary of Singing Tips. I've been doing this for almost a year. So I want to thank you guys for all of your support. And remember, keep the faith. And everything is going to be all right. So thank you guys so much. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Thank you so much. I'm glad you got a chance to see me live. So I hope everyone have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And like I said, if you want to click on the blog to get all of the archive shows, go to BCM Sings on Instagram, click on the bio, and it takes you right to the Singing Tips blog. And I have all these notes that I've gone over with you. I put it in the blog plus the videos. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time on Singing Tips. Oh, sorry. Bye.